leak of coolant. So I got to keep refilling it with antifreeze because it keeps spilling out.
What caused it? Was it like a hose rupture?
It's a hole. Yeah, it's a hole in the holes.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what they got the water coolant. I don't know what the fuck, how that got fucked up. But yeah.
I mean, it could have been just like you drive a lot. It could have just been a rock or something hopped up into your engine and banged around and put a hole in it, or
pretty much,
or the salt and the snow and the ice that's been, this winter. It was mild for some parts, for other parts, I don't have to remind you, we're terrible.
Yeah. we live in the same city.
I know, bro, but like you got to experience it way worse than I did. I just sat here and looked out my window.
Yeah. I had to go out there.
Literally, like between February 7th and 16th or whatever, that 9-10 day stretch, I didn't move my car once. It just sat in the same spot.
Oh God, lucky you. Lucky you. I had to go out there every day. And I park in a garage. I had to go out there every fucking day.
That's good though. That you're parked in the garage. That's good.
Yeah.
That makes things a lot more bearable.
Yeah. Even when remember when the big snowstorm hit?
Mm-hmm.
I got stuck in my driveway.
Oh my God, really?
I had to fucking call a tow truck to come tow me out. It's how bad I was stuck in. Because I was coming, the first I was coming in from work, and it was snowing bad. And I was like, I think I could get up this hill. Because it's kind of like an incline a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I think I could get out. And I got stuck right at the top of it.
That's too funny. So the truck had to come on.
Yeah, I had to leave it there overnight because I was like, I'm so damn tired. I can't do this. So, and then the next day, me and my mother tried to dig it out, and we couldn't get it out because it stopped and it was frozen, set up frozen. So I had to call a tow truck to have them to get it out. And I was like literally, you should have saw me. It's like I was literally taking a pickaxe and fucking just trying to break up this ice. It was bad,
bro. I know. So imagine how bad it was for you.
Mm-hmm.
For me, the car sat there for 9 days.
Yeah,
that was 9 days of it's on the side of the road, so that was 9 days of plows pushing snow and ice and whatever onto my car.
Mm-hmm.
So the day I got it out, it took, no exaggerating, it took over 2 hours. That get in the car, rock it back and forth, and it's a manual, so it's rock it back and forth, get out,
mm-hmm.
shovel snow, break up the ice, take out the rocks. And then finally, after seeing me struggle for almost 2 hours, this guy living across the street from me came down. He's like, bro, I can't watch you struggle anymore. So he came down to help me. And it's so funny. His girlfriend, so they live in an apartment that faces the street. That's how he saw me struggling. And his girlfriend was just cheering us on from the fucking window. It was so funny. Oh my God. It was so funny. And then after 15, almost 20 minutes of struggling with him, we finally broke it loose and just I had to leave town the next day. So I had to do it. It's just really funny.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, hold on. This chicken's almost done. Let me go grab it real quick.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. And, He's grabbing his chicken. And, well, of course, if I don't end up deleting this, end up keeping this nice little conversation. Welcome to Weekend Weird. Your show about the weird and mundane is on this universe. Well, I've already probably recorded the intro in. I'm Redneck. That was Ogul. We're just discussing our problems we've been having and our happiness and the fact that we have been vaccinated. So, yeah, that's and if you haven't gotten your shots yet, we ask if you're able to get them as soon as you can. If you're listening outside of the United States, inside the United States, it should be enough places out there you can get vaccinated. Walgreens, CVS, if you got one by you. I think there's a Safe Right or something on the East Coast, West Coast, something. Or go to your local clinic health center. Get yourself vaccinated.
Hey, what are you doing?
Yeah. Huh?
What are you doing? A PSA?
Yes. Get yourself vaccinated. Telling people to get themselves vaccinated.
You need a jingle. You need to come up with a jingle.
Yeah. I think I got it. Take your ass to the doctor and get yourself vaccinated so we can go back to normal, or we'll hit you with a pickaxe.
All right. I think that's going to motivate lots and lots of people.
Yes.
Well done.
Oh, so you're ready to get started, or?
So I am. Yes, I am almost ready. I will be snacking on this chicken as quiet as I can while we record.
Okay, fair enough.
I am starving. Just came back from the gym, so.
Yes.
So what are we recording on today? You said as Jay Given guy.
Yeah. It's pretty much. It's going to be two stories we're going to do today. Kind of like our Chicago ghost stories and haunted places, like we did a couple of years ago, and the Indiana sampler I did with the real Kirkpatrick. This is going to be called the Chicagoland Platter.
Okay. I know the second story,
yes.
Max Headroom. That I definitely know, but I don't know Jay Given.
Yeah, the Jay Given part. This is this case is 40. It'll be 40 years old. It's a unsolved murder that happened in East Chicago, Indiana, which is about, I would say, 25 miles away from downtown Chicago. If I'd be precise, yeah, to be precise.
Nick, you there?
Oh, you there? Oh, I'm sorry, man. You there?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Sorry. It's an unsolved murder case that has been unsolved for 40 years. If you it's really been forgotten about. I mean, there's been a couple of stories that has been brought up locally in mostly the Northwest Indiana area. But if you're younger than 40 years, people kind of forget about it. I happen to stumble. I remember it when I was younger, like not when it happened, like years after, because it was brought up on an episode of Unsolved Mysteries.
Okay.
And I remember it from then watching it, and it kind of came back in my radar like I would say almost a year ago since the pandemic started. That's what happens when you're in the middle of a pandemic. You start going through some stuff.
I mean, yeah, I know.
Yeah. So we're going to do that first, and then we're going to go to the second case, which is a little bit more well known, especially over the years. So Jay Givens, who was Jay Given? He was a city attorney for the town of East Chicago, Indiana. And he was also a master fundraiser. He helped get the then Mayor Robert Patrick's elected mayor of East Chicago in 1970. and he worked really like he was pretty much a master fundraiser and pretty much getting the city out of city attorney, like I said, well liked, well respected. But between 1970 and 1981, Mayor Robert Patrick's and Jay Givens had a falling out. So when Patrick's was deciding to run for re-election, Jay Givens decided to support another politician.
Drama.
Yeah. The drama of politics.
Drama. Okay.
The drama of politics, what I say. Now, it's very important to know that you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why he keeps going out. It sounds like he's going out. Yeah, I don't know why he keeps doing that. Back in 1981, the town was mainly it was pretty much split between black, Hispanic, and white. Now the town is mostly Hispanic and black. And it has a lot of issues with it. But back in the day, East Chicago, the Hispanic community sided with Mayor Patrick's.
So for your audience, we can color it in a little bit, or I can at least, since I'm sort of grew up around there.
Mm-hmm.
East Chicago is not in Chicago; it's in Indiana.
I already said that East Chicago, Indiana, but okay, go ahead.
Yeah. But I was just going to explain, like, it's on the very northern lake border of Indiana,
mm-hmm.
And it is a very much so a working class city,
mm-hmm.
Full of steel mills and full of oil refineries and things like that. So,
yeah.
Very much so a working class city, right next to a city called Hammond, Indiana.
Yeah.
So the diversity, even back then, just like come one, come all. It's giant laborers up in northern Indiana. People from all over the Midwest and the country came to work at these places. So like the diversity that was in the 70s, and you said it's predominantly black and Latino now, but
yes.
I don't know the demographics exactly. I'm just going anecdotally, but like there's still a lot of white folks that live in East Chicago, so it is still pretty diverse.
Yeah. It is diverse area. Also, it's kind of important to know that the amount of pollution that's in East Chicago. Just like a couple of years ago, there was a big thing in a housing a neighborhood that their soil was tainted with steel. So lead, excuse me. Their soil, which their homes were built on, was tainted with lead. The whole thing was tainted with lead, which seeped into their water supply. And God knows how many people who had passed away because of lead poisoning or continues to feel the effects of lead poisoning now. Because not only that area, they've tested the water supply of pretty much everyone in Northwest Indiana, and all of it's contaminated with lead.
I mean, if you look at a map and just see how close industry is to residential zoning,
yeah,
I would be astounded if there wasn't issues with lead and dangerous chemicals wafting through the air. Like literally, there's like a row of houses, and across the street is an oil refinery. Like,
yeah,
it's also right next to a town called Whiting, Indiana. We don't have to get into that, but like,
yeah, let's not get into Whiting, Indiana.
So, like, as far as people being hurt by the industry there, like their health being hurt by the industry there, I'm sure there are hundreds of untold stories from that area.
Right. We get a little sidetracked, but just give you a little. But it's important to give the backstory of East Chicago in that area. But Givens and Patrick's had a falling out. Patrick's was at the time he was running for re-election in 1981. He was being supported by Hispanic